This week's mission will focus on removing a sounder from our property within Columbus, Georgia. After receiving a phone call from the homeowner, we set up our feeder and camera to gather intel. On the morning of the 7th, we began getting photos of pigs. After a few nights of watching the pigs come and go at different times, we crank up the feeder to try and get them on a schedule where all of them will come together. So this place down in Upatoy is a kind of a getaway for the landowners. They don't stay down here all the time from my understanding. Had the feeder going for about a week now. Got the pigs coming in at around 6 p.m. feeding all through the night at different times. Been watching them on my JAGER PRO M.I.N.E camera, and the JAGER PRO power supply is giving that the juice it needs. But today we're going to turn the feeder up, see if we can't get these pigs on the same schedule. I counted 8. There may be more that's in between here and there. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes when you got a bunch of black pigs, but we're going to turn everything up, see if we can't get them all on the same schedule. I observed the pigs starting to come together more and more, but there are still a few stragglers. After a few nights of getting more food on the ground, it seems that our pigs are doing exactly what I wanted them to do. I watch over the next couple of nights, and I feel pretty confident in saying that 10 is our target package with the bonus boar that's been showing up with the sounder. Step 2 of our capture success matrix is proprietary and not shown on our YouTube channel. I install my panels on the 19th and do a test drop. I then lift the right gate, insert the safety pin, and bait 4 to 6 feet away from the gates. I reset the left gate, exit out of the right, and remove the safety pin. It doesn't take long before we get our first notification. What you can't see on camera is that I'm sitting in my truck about 30 to 40 yards to the right of the trap watching the pigs. Something spooks the sounder and they exit the trap pretty quickly, luckily without hitting any panels. I wait for a few minutes and I watch them return. It takes a little bit, but all 10 re-enter the trap. I scan the wood line for the boar that has shown up with them before. With no sign of him in sight, I pull up my JAGER PRO app, hit record, and send the drop gate command. I let the sounder calm down, then I scan the woods again with my thermal. This time I picked up a heat signature and see the boar coming towards the trap. I turn on my rifle scope and wait patiently for a good shot. Alright y'all, we're out here in Columbus, Georgia. Been working on this property for about a week and a half. Had 11 coming, had 10 coming to trap tonight. One boar that's been a hit or miss. Trapped the 10, exercised a little bit of patience. Started scanning the woods with my thermal, and wouldn't you know it, big boar walked out. So went ahead and laid him down with the thermal optics. About to go up to the trap now and start dispatching. All right, we got him. Got him laid down. I'm gonna have to go find that boar. He's off in the woods somewhere over there. But we'll go get him, drag him up here, take a good picture. All right, I'm about to get him out here, get him a picture, and take it on home. I use my JAGER PRO hog hook for the larger pigs and just pick the smaller ones up to move them outside of the trap. After clearing the trap and lining the pigs up dress right dress, I go and find the boar that I shot. I then use my JAGER PRO hog hook to get him back to the party. I line them up, snap a picture for the landowner and my records, and load them into the trailer. Alright, got them loaded up. Trap's reset. I removed all the feces from inside the trap just in case something else wants to come feed tonight. If it does, we'll catch it. So I'm gonna call this project done unless just a stray boar comes in. So I've only seen 11. I got 11 on the trailer, so she's done for now. We'll check back in the morning. It is my practice in urban pig control to leave the trap up for a few days after a large capture. Every once in a while I'll get lucky and a lone boar will walk in, and that's exactly what happened at 3 a.m. on the 23rd. I was preparing to go out of town and wasn't paying attention to my phone and missed him at the 3:45 mark, but he messed up and came back at the 6:30 a.m., and that proved to be a mistake. Again, we snapped photos for the landowner and my records and removed the pig from the property. A few nights later, another lone boar wanders into the trap. He didn't stay long and I missed my opportunity to drop the gates. I rebait on the 2nd of September hoping to pull the boar back in. On September the 3rd, he slips up and enters the trap. As I'm sitting in the drive-thru ordering food, I get a notification on my JAGER PRO app. I pull the app up, hit record, and I send the drop gate command. I arrive in no time at the trap site and dispatch the lone boar. I snap a picture for the landowner and myself and remove the pig from the property. I removed the panels and gates after a couple of days due to little to no action, and I just let the feeder spin to see what we may draw in. It took a little while, but eventually the property owner calls and says that they have damage at their cabin. I refill the feeder, crank the spin time up, and then I learned that we have 2 boars that are on the property. While trying to get a pattern on these 2 boars, I get a call from another landowner that is less than half a mile from this feed site about pig damage. I arrived at her home and installed a feeder and a camera to gather intel. I get a photo of a single black boar. This will be an easy one. Sit, wait, and shoot. A few nights go by of me wanting to see a pattern on the black boar and the 2 boars from our other feeder. I get a notification on my JAGER Pro app, and when I pull it up, I see a familiar face. This is one of our 2 boars from the original bait site. I watch their pattern for the next couple of days and decide it's time. I set up with my thermal rifle and I wait. The 2 boars show up earlier than they ever have. I'm able to get a good shot on one, but not on the second. In urban areas, I have to be mindful of the background while shooting, and due to this property being close to a busy highway, I decide not to take a third shot. I searched the woods where the 1 boar ran and was unsuccessful in locating him. I felt like the shot was good, but I couldn't show proof of the kill. I hang around, and a few hours later, our single black boar walks out. I line up my crosshairs on him, and just before pulling the trigger, the homeowner turns the floodlights on and spooks him. Luckily, he stops again and gives me a good shot. Pull the trigger, and I lay him down in his tracks. A few days go by, and the landowner follows the buzzards and finds the first boar I shot. This is great news because I don't like to wound an animal and leave them. I let the smoke settle on the property and decide to go sit and wait after seeing the other boar hit our feed site again for 2 nights in a row. After sitting for almost 5 hours, I begin to lose hope. Maybe he winded me, maybe the natural food sources on the ground kept him from the bait site, or maybe the homeowner turning on floodlights throughout the night scared him away. But just when I was about to call it a night, I get a notification on my JAGER Pro app. I open it up and see that our boar is hitting the original bait site. I load up and I head over to the original bait site. When I get there, I quietly walk in and I line up for a good shot. I snap a photo for both of the landowners in my records. I then let them know that all the pigs that was causing them damage and grief are now gone.